Alright, so we're working on a 2019 Ram 1500 with the 5.7 Hemi. This one's two-wheel drive. We're going to be doing the cam swap on this. Lifters tapping, making all kinds of noise. So we're going to go ahead and do the update to a stage 1 cam. So we sent the PCM out to get programmed for this setup. I've got the front grille, the shutter, radiator fan, obviously all the coolant's drained out. Went ahead and got that out of the way. You can look on other YouTube videos to show how it comes out. So we'll get you in time lapse. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in here and start the disassembly process, but I want to let you guys know what we're doing. Got all the fender liner out so that way we can access the exhaust manifolds, get those unbolted. So here's the process. Alright, so I got the exhaust manifolds loosened up, got the intake off, alternator, took care of the belt. There's a couple of connectors in the back. So basically what I've done is pretty much just marked the bolts. Some of them I know right where they go back in, just for reference. One of them I did not, standard bolt down here, I did not mark, that way I know. So pretty much just kind of marked them in order the best I could, but enough where I can tell exactly what went where. out. So next step is to pull this harmonic balancer off. We'll get that taken loose, get this one hose right here undone with the bracket, get all the connectors out of the way, and take this vacuum pump off, let that hang, and then we'll take the rest of the bolts out. So that's the process. That's where I'm at right now. So we'll get you in time lapse taking this harmonic balancer and front plate off, and go from there. Alright, so we got the heads off. So we're gonna go ahead and start the disassembly process of the cam. We'll go ahead and get this gasket off. So what we're gonna be doing is the DOD delete, just like we did on that 6.4 or 6.2 Hemi. It's going to be doing the same thing, so we got to take these DOD solenoids out completely. We'll remove the harness, get all that out of the way. Actually, we got to leave the harness because we need this connector right here for the pressure solenoid. So we're going to get the lifters out. We're going to go through. You can see it's pretty rough in here. We're going to get all this cleaned up and get everything back together. But I wanted to go and show you this. We're going to take replace the all the lifters and the cam. Take the DOD out. We got some cleaning to do. It's in a little bit rough shape, especially for a 2019 with less than 200,000 miles. But that's where we're sitting at right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the cleaning process and get the lifters out. So I'll get you in time lapse. Alright, so basically what I did was use what they classify as a cookie or a sanding disc. Basically it's a softer material so it doesn't eat into the steel. This is a steel block. I would not use these for aluminum blocks. It will pit and it will dig in, gouge the surface. So keep that in mind if you're going to be using a grinder like I did, my 90-degree grinder. remember that these sanding discs or cookies will eat aluminum. They're pretty good with steel. They don't really eat in heavy because it's not a true grinding disc. And I went back through with a carbide scraper. This one is from Matco. It is a true carbide scraper just to get little imperfections out, which you can still see. There's some there. So we'll get in here, get some brake clean, blow all this out, make sure everything's nice and clean for when we go back together. We'll get the lifters out. There we are. Just did a quick cleaning on this, and we'll finish doing a full cleaning and get the lifters out, and then get the DOD solenoids out, and go from there. Okay, so I just got some brake cleaned up, blew out the inside down here. We're going to end up rotating the cam and the crank, so it's not too big of a deal depending on how much you get off. You can still see some areas still are not 100% clean, which we'll go back through once we get the heads back from the machine shop, and go through that. So we're going to go ahead and take the brackets that hold the lifters in place. They also prevent them from rotating, so we'll go ahead and take these off, and I'll get you in time lapse as I pull each of the lifters out. Okay, so here's cylinder 2. We'll try and get this in there. But there's the problem where we got that lifter tap. It does have just the smallest, a little side to side is okay, but it does have just a little bit of play, and you can see the abnormal wear in this roller. So that right there is one of the cylinders that has gone bad. All right, and there was one on the driver's side that was a lot of heat buildup. You see that it does have a little extra play in that one there. That is another DOD cylinder. Let's see, where was the other? And this one right here, you can see all the pitting. This one is definitely starting to go. So this is definitely a common issue on these. So this is why we're doing it. But that's one of the other issues. This is on the driver's side. This one actually came out of the non-DOD side, but you can see it's got some pitting in there and quite a bit of heat. So good thing we're replacing these. Okay, so these solenoids are not going to come out with any kind of ease. So we're going to get in here and get some penetrating oil on it, and kind of let that soak for a little while. That way I'm not having to destroy the solenoids when they're coming out, because otherwise you're going to take a screwdriver, get in there, and then slowly pry it out. So I'm going to try and get some penetrating oil in there. I don't use PB Blaster, I use Kimball Midwest. So that really does work really well from Kimball Midwest. I have found that works the absolute best. So we're going to go ahead and soak these things down and see what happens. I need to go ahead and get this battery charged up on this camera here. So we'll let that spray down and soak, and we'll try it again here in a little while.